Let me start with the new finder. It says here on the front page of the new finder, we have revival of agric underway as large-scale farming under EEP makes good progress. Okay, good news there. We have initial 1,452 micro businesses receiving YEA assistance. Prestigious commercial space draws top brands. We have timetable for unplanned outages not feasible. Okay.
You're still going on about this.
I don't get it. Why is it unplanned?
I think they don't even...
No, why is the outage unplanned? Do you understand? You already know that you have a shortfall of gas that's coming from Nigeria through WAPCO, right? So you know there's a shortfall. You know how much the shortfall is. So why is it unplanned? Stop joking with us. All right. Access Bank Ghana celebrates remarkable growth at 16th AGM. Those are the headlines on the front page of the new finder.
All right, and the headlines on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. Homawa Keep Accra Clean campaign. Gamanche launches massive cleanup. 25 Greater Accra local assemblies to take part. Sanitation offenders to be arrested. And Compassion Restoration Center initiates zero drug abuse addiction campaign among students nationwide. And lastly, we have here WAEC set to organize 2024 BECE receives 47 million Ghana cedis from government. And also, YEA rolls out BAP for 1,452 businesses, targets to support 10,000 COIs, facilitates employment of 20,000 individuals.
All right. So we have the daily guide, and it says here on the front page of the ICC dismisses Micheletti case against Ghana. ESLA launches foundation to empower youth. We have man kills son. Very unfortunate one there. Two NDC MPs cause chaos in Parliament. And Kandapa in Bole over military and youth clashes.
All right, on the front page of the Republic Press, it won't be under Akufo-Addo Bawumia government that students won't write BECE, Salam Mustafa assures. Gamanche launches Homawa cleanup with directive for all shops to remain closed on July 2nd. Did you hear it? July 2nd, all shops to remain closed. Offenders will be arrested. Democracy is sustained by patriotic leaders, and that's by John Dramani Mahama. Ablakwa caught lying again as Rock City tax clearance certificate pops up. NPP faces hard choice. Crunch meeting ahead to select running mate. Wow.
Yeah.
Make me president, Bawumia urges Ghanaians.
Yeah. Now, the Herald has an interesting headline here. It says, Akuchetoa Blakwa drops SNIT hotel bomb on a Greek minister. Rock City Hotel took part in acquisition with bid without GRA tax clearance certificate. And of course, the Republic Press has just says that the tax certificate showed up.
Yeah, it showed up.
So
it popped up.
We're going to find out, what's really happening here. How MPP 2016 manifesto pledge influenced ambulance trial. Akufo-Addo Ajimameno, how Akumsin captured in procurement craze. Okay. Akufo-Addo's Court of Appeal nominee caught up in child neglect scandal in UK. Hey. Okay. 2024.
Things are happening.
It's like politics free for all.
You
know? We'll dig up any debt we can find on you. YA deploys BEAP for post-COVID economic recovery, supports 1,452 businesses. The full list is in the Herald newspaper. And Energy Minister Seaboard CEO shoots down GRA SML deal resumption. Reveal inferior petroleum revenue monitoring system. All right, so that's what we have for the Herald newspaper.
All right, on the front page of the Chronicle, it's It's interesting. It's making me smile. All right, no politics, please. I want Accra to be clean, says Gamanche as he launches Homework cleanup exercise. That's a good one.
Nice.
YEA rolls out business and employment assistance program for 1,452 businesses. And the interesting one here that made me have a smile on my face, Dome Kunsu market traders. No frima, no votes. And the scripture is coming from Philippians 2:4. Not looking to your own interest, but each of you to the interest of the others.
Wow.
It goes to everybody.
I wonder who he's talking to.
It goes to everybody.
I
First
think-
of all,
I
no
think all-
politics.
I think all the front, all the
Yes.
front stories, the scripture is relevant.
I'm telling you. Let me read that again. No looking
Yeah.
to your own interest,
Uh-huh.
but each of you to the interest of the others.
Yes.
Yes.
It applies to all the stories on the
Everybody.
front page. Nice, I like it. The Inquisitor. Who partners Baumia for 2020? You keep asking this question. Eh?
But I just told you guys no frame.
Napo flies high again in another incredible survey after that of NIB. Cleaner Accra campaign launched. Launch of Homework cleanup exercise. Unite to clean. YEA sorts 1,500 verified BEAP beneficiaries. We have deadly plot. SP to be accused of $5 million bribery. SP to be accused.
To be accused. Not yet.
So he hasn't been accused
Yeah.
yet. Hey. Okay. Reverend Wengam visits Energy Minister and the Deputy. All right. So we have those stories on the front page of the Inquisitor.
All right, on the front page of the Informer, we have here, in this issue, Lagos embraces Zoom Lion in partnership to get rid of city filth. And running mate of Baumia, Napo tops all. Absenteeism in Parliament, Guardians unhappy. Clean to celebrate Homework campaign. Gamanche blesses Jospon Group. And 5 million smear campaign against OSP exposed.
All right. The anchor. Napo leads again in another survey as suitable choice to face opposition boot for boot. And now, sleepy driver kills policeman at checkpoint.
Wow.
This is very, very unfortunate.
Wow.
Very, very, very unfortunate. But you see, for me, it leads to a deeper conversation, right? What I thought about when I read this story first was many times there are no street lights,
I was going to say that.
right? The only lights that's available are the lights of the vehicle and then the torch that the policeman is holding at that
True,
checkpoint,
true.
right? Many times. Now, because of the way Ghana works, when there are no issues, we are all lulled into complacency. Every policeman should be aware and alert when you're on duty that the brakes of the vehicle can even fail as it's approaching you.
True.
Do you understand? But somehow in our mind, business as usual is business as usual every day. Because if the policemen were alert, even by, let's say, 30 seconds to 1 minute, that the way the vehicle is moving,
Yeah.
because if the man is sleeping, you will see erratic driving as he's approaching. Do you see what I think? Yeah, and I think that some of the things are unavoidable if we would just be more alert and pay attention. Again,
And you know, we've been talking about this issue of the street lights.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be just us talking about it.
Yeah.
We are drivers, but you are going to be on the streets
Yeah.
doing your checks.
Exactly.
So you should be worried about yourself. We want
Thank
to hear
you.
you talk about
It makes a difference.
Exactly. You should also talk about it while we are here talking about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just wrap up on the anchor. Nana Jane meets female journalists ahead of party's manifesto launch, and NDC MP abandons close friend in difficult times after pressure from the party. Well, abandonment of close friends, dear. All right.
We're going to see more of it. The Daily Searchlight has this. PFJ fails as Akufo-Addo targets Ukraine grain imports. And Alan Cash to launch great transformational plan for Ghana. Gamanche leads charge towards a cleaner Accra. Government releases 20 million Ghana cedis for the payment of loans to students. Coming up, a major financial scandal involving customs, GRA, tax waivers, and a Chinese company. Stay tuned. And lastly, trouble brews at controllers over unpaid allowances, but management pledges to pay arrears shortly.
All right. So we have the new publisher. It says here, Angela List disproves deception and corruption accusations. We have Gamanche launches homework cleanup exercise. Iyoko boss fires up newly trained military couples. Ursula Foundation presents hope to Ablekuma West. And Make Me President, Baupizi in London. I have passed VIP exams. Oi. Wait, oh.
No. We are supposed to tell you that.
No, I don't understand. The qualification to be president is not passing vice president examinations. That's not how it works. Please, anyway, let me leave it there before I get into trouble.
All right, on the front page of the Ghanaian publisher. Don't be intimidated by anyone, Afari tells Bahumia. Gamanche homework clean. Wait, let me do that again. Gamanche homework cleanup begins July. Ochihini calls for better pay for teachers. And YEA launches BEAP model. And that's what we have here for the papers.
All right.
And the last one.
My final paper here is the BNFT. I'll just give you a couple of big headlines here. Again, Gamanche's story of the homework cleanup shows up here. We have the Ghana Stock Exchange expands market, introduces automated OTC trading platform for unlisted securities. Expected to drive efficiency, price discovery, and also with RCBs and others primed to benefit. These and other headlines on the front page of the BNFT. Now, the story, that's the story on the Finder newspaper that says timetable for unplanned outage not feasible. Let me just read a short paragraph on that, and because it really, it's rubbing me the wrong way. The Minister of Energy, Dr. Matthew Poku-Prempeh, says the outages experienced 2 months ago were not due to a power crisis. Rather, he attributed it to unforeseen factors such as rapid population growth and increased business setups. Okay, now, I already have a problem with that logic, right? The rapid population growth, people are not giving birth more at a higher rate than last year. It's the same rate. That's why we say that typically, if you find out from the Ghana Statistical Service, you will find typically the population of the nation doubles every 25 years. So you can actually predict, which is what you should be doing at the Energy Ministry, predicting how much more power will we need, and then build transformers and make preparations and so on and so forth. If you look at the communities, for example, you look at areas that were heavily residential, for example, Tesano, right? Heavily residential for the longest time. Now, certain industries have moved into Tesano. Your job is to predict how much more power are we going to need if these changes are happening.
Yeah.
Do you understand? You can't tell us this story. Nobody's buying it. Please. And then you continues there. But anyway, you know what? You can get yourself a copy of the Finder newspaper and dig into it. All right. Sports is next. Don't go anywhere. All right. Now, after a busy weekend of sports is happening everywhere in the world, but we can't bring all of it to you. We'll just bring you a few things. And in Ghana, we have the MTN FA Cup. Instructorman defeated Tanabo for acquire 5-4 on penalties to win the 2024 MTN FA Cup final yesterday at the University of Ghana Stadium. Now, the match ended 1-1 after 120 minutes following goals from Richard Jikoi and for Bofakwa in the 21st minute and Sadat Mohammed for Instructorman in the 79th minute. Now, in the shootout, Inquisitor came up tops to win their first ever major trophy in the club's history. For their success, they received a prize money of 80,000 Ghana cedis and an additional 100,000 for preparations for the CAF Confederation Cup, where they will represent Ghana next season. Now, just as a side comment, that money is not enough, by the way. Anyway.
All right, let's get to the Euro 2024. Germany topped Group A following their 1-1 draw with Switzerland yesterday. The Swiss took the lead in the first half through a Dan Ndoye, but the Germans found the leveler in the 92nd minute from Nikola Füllkrug. And Hungary gave themselves a chance to make it to the last 16 after they beat Scotland 1-0 last night. The match was heading for a goalless draw until Kevin Scorbott scored a 100-minute goal to send Scotland out and possibly keep Hungary alive in the tournament. Group A finished with Germany in the top spot, Switzerland in the second, and Hungary and Scotland bottom. Now, today, Group B will conclude with a 7 p.m. kickoff involving Spain and Albania and a huge clash between Italy and Croatia.
All right, fantastic. Well, that's it for sports this morning. I just saw the name Dan Ndoye, and I was thinking to myself, Swiss player Dan Ndoye.
Dan Ndoye.
The one has changed, though.
Sounds very
African, yeah. You know,
very probably Congo, Cameroonish, you know.
Yeah. When you hear, please, for those of you in the UK, when you hear Kobe Minu, it's not English, you should understand.
It sounds very Ghanaian.
Yeah, so I'm just doing agenda this morning, but you know what, let's take a quick break and we'll come back and talk news review shortly.